How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another Battlefield 3 weapon guide. Today we're going to take a look at a weapon that's been around for a fair while, but I'm only just getting around to featuring it as part of this series, and that is the PP-19, which was added to the game as part of the Back to Karkin DLC. PP-19 is another personal defence weapon, so it can be used with all kits, and to unlock this weapon you need to complete the challenge Familiar Territory, which requires you to arm 50 MCOMs, capture 10 flags, and play 2 hours of Karkin. So it's one of the most difficult challenges to date, and just needing to get that 2 hours of playtime on Karkin I found hard enough. But hopefully by now you'll have had plenty of time to complete this challenge, since that Back to Karkin DLC has been out for a number of months now. So let's jump straight into this guide and take a look at some of the PP-19's general stats. Unfortunately, the PP-19 was at the back of the queue when damage figures were being dished out, with it weighing in with a lowly 16.7 damage up close, dropping off to a 12.5 at long range. That 12.5 at long range isn't too bad compared to the other PDWs. We've got the MP7, the P90 and the UMP45 with similar stats. But up close, that 16.7 is going to mean that you need 6 shots to kill even at point blank range. Thankfully though, the PP-19 does have low recoil, so at least getting those 8 required shots at long range isn't too difficult. If your target's stupid enough not to duck behind some cover, you can quite easily get some long range kills just by feathering that trigger. The best feature by far of the PP-19 is its magazine size, with it weighing in with a 55 round helical mag. This is the highest out of all the personal defence weapons, and it makes it great for spraying down big groups of bad guys at close range. Then to go hand in hand with that large magazine side is a fast rate of fire at 900 rounds per minute. So the stats of the PP-19 definitely make it more of a close range weapon. It would be nice if it had higher close range damage, but that combination of low recoil, large magazine and fast fire rate make it pretty competitive in the right scenarios. But with that said, there are other personal defence weapons that do the job better, namely the P90, which has all the same great stats, except that it has slightly higher damage at close range, meaning you only need 5 shots to kill as opposed to 6. But if you did want to play around with the PP-19 after completing that lengthy challenge, then here's my recommendations of an attachment configuration. The aim sights on this weapon aren't too bad, but you get the Cobra red dot sight pretty early after just 10 kills. I guess this is one benefit to the PP-19 over the P90, since with the P90 you unlock the reflex red dot sight, which is slightly more bulkier and has that smaller window to aim through. Like all the PDWs, the best attachment for slot number 1 is the laser sight, which you get after 20 kills. You've only got the choice of the laser sight or the tactical light, and the laser sight definitely provides more benefits. With this weapon being more suited to close range encounters, having that increased hip fire accuracy definitely comes in handy. Then for attachment slot number 2, we've got the choice of either the suppressor or flash suppressor, and while you can get away with either one of these attachments, I've actually recommended just to leave this slot blank. There's no real need to try and reduce the recoil of the PP-19 with it being pretty low already, and other than some stealth benefits from the suppressor, there's no real advantages to using any one of these attachments. The only thing you're doing by equipping one of these attachments is reducing the weapon's hip fire accuracy, which is one of the PP-19's best traits, and it's what's going to help it perform well at close range. So that's about it for my guide to the PP-19 in Battlefield 3. Let me know down in the comments what changes to this weapon's stats you'd make. Do you think those low damage figures are required to keep this weapon balanced, or do you prefer to see it with a damage buff either at close or long range? Don't forget you can come and say hello on Twitter or Facebook. Links to both profiles are down in the description. Stay tuned for the next few episodes in this Battlefield 3 weapon guide series. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later.